Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tina. Study ID number 222130018. I will explain introduction to linguistics, namely morphology and syntax. Definition of morphology. A word morphology is from Greek more that says meaning forms. It means the morphology is a science of language that focus on language and how that language special word form. Morphology is the study of the basic building block of meaning in language. Morphology is the study of how words are put together or shaped by using morphemes, which include prefix, roots, and suffix. Morphology is the study of the shape of organisms, especially animals and plants, and includes their parts. Likewise, in linguistics, morphology is the study of words, how they are formed, and their relationship to other words in the same language. It analyzes the structure of words and parts of words, such as stems, root words, prefix, and suffix. Morphology also looks at parts of speech, intonation, and stress, and the ways context can change a word's pronunciation and meaning. Morphology differs from morphological typology, which is the classification of language based on their use of words, and lexicology, which is the study of words and how they make up language vocabulary. Types of morphology, namely free morphemes. Free morphemes is a morphemes that can stand alone without having to be attached to other morphemes. Free morphemes have several basic types, namely verb, noun, adjective, preposition, article, conjunction, pronoun. Free morphemes are divided into two, namely lexical morphemes or open class and functional morphemes or closed class. Lexical morphemes is a morphemes that can stand alone and it can. So what we mean lexical morphemes divided into three parts. The first verb, sit, eat, see. A noun, mean, chair, this. An adjective, beautiful, bad, and happy. The second, functional morphemes. Functional morphemes is a morphemes that can stand alone but cannot show what we mean clearly. Functional morphemes divided into four parts: conjunction, but, and, or, nor. Preposition is a in, on, at, of, under. And then article, a, and, the. Pronouns she, he, it, I, you, they, and we. Bound morphemes. Bound morphemes are morphemes that cannot stand alone but must be attached to other morphemes. Bound morphemes are divided into two, namely the divisional morphemes and inflectional morphemes. The divisional morphemes are morphemes which, if bound or affixed to other morphemes, will form new morphemes. Words with grammar lexeme that are different from the previous words. There are two kinds of divisional which can be found in the beginning of a word prefix or in the end of a word suffix. In Indonesian, we usually know it as affix, Example: beautiful is an adjective when it is in the form of more famous beauty, which is noun, while full is more famous beautiful adjective, beauty noun, full more famous. Full is the revisional more famous suffix in the end of a word because it changes word from noun lexeme to adjective lexeme. Inflectional morphemes are morphemes that are bound or affixed to other morphemes only to identify grammar, not to produce new words or form words with grammar lexeme that are different from the previous word. Example: book noun singular, book noun plural. Book chains be books because to show there are many books. Plural so we add s, but it's not change the meaning of book. It has same like semi-noun. Definition of syntax. In linguistics, syntax refers to the rules that govern the ways in which words combine to form phrase, clause, and sentence. 1 box, 2 that big box, 3 that big box are very heavy, is word then is phrase, and the last is clause. The phrase made up of a few words and then will grow large into a clause. The first phrase. Phrase is a group of 2 or more grammatical linked words that do not have subject and predicate. Phrase divided into a noun phrase. Example: so in this sentence the noun phrase is the young man threw the old bone a dog as a determiner of young as an adjective and man as a noun. Why do you say a noun phrase? Because a noun phrase has formula consisting of determiner plus noun, determiner plus adjective plus noun, determiner plus adverbs plus adjective plus noun. There are also 3 words that can be called the noun phrase: the old bone jog. The is the old determiner as the adjective and dog is the noun. And the next word is upon, which can also be said as a noun phrase. The rich man will build his also daughter a fine house. Adjective phrase. Example: in this sentence, which is an adjective phrase, is angry with you and singing heavy. Because the 2 words are the same adjective, when combined, it will become an adjective phrase. Never have I been angry with you. The child laughing happily ran out of the house. Verb phrase. Example: she has been singing. He may be following use. In this sentence, the verb phrase has been singing and is following use. In this sentence, the verb phrase has been singing and following use because has is a pronoun and been is an auxiliary verb and be an auxiliary verb. Adverb phrase. Adverb phrase is a phrase that from adverb with qualifier to consist very so. Example: she almost always arrives on time. He ran very quickly. In that sentence, which is an adverb phrase almost always and very quickly. Next, prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is a combination of preposition and object and function as an adverb. Example, there is distance between you and me. Students arrive at school. In that sentence, which is a prepositional phrase, between you and me and at school. Why is it called a prepositional phrase? Because at and between are prepositional phrase. There are three types. Adjective clause is a dependent clause that explains noun or pronoun. The man which won the competition is a doctor. In a sentence which is an adjective clause is win the competition, the girl. The girl whom we met on holiday is coming to see us next week. In a sentence which is an adjective clause, whom we met on holiday. Next, adverbial clause is a dependent clause that classification based on meaning from previous conjunction. Put it where we can all see it. Shut the door before you go out. In a sentence which is an adverbial clause is put it where we can all see it. In a sentence which is an adverbial clause is where we can all see it. Noun clause. Functional like a noun. What you said was not in a sentence which is an adverbial clause. It's true I know where she lives. I don't understand how all it happened. Next sentence. Simple sentence. She is beautiful woman. I want to eat something. He wanna be a pilot. Compound sentence. It is sentence at least two independent clause and conjunction like and, but, so, either or, either, neither, nor, they, yet. Main clause. First, John wants go to the beach. Two, her sister wants go to the amusement park. So can be John wants to go to the beach, but her little sister insists to go to amusement park. Complex sentence. It is sentence with one independent clause. Example sentence, I like the book. Dependent clause example, that you bought yesterday. Complex sentence, I like the book that you bought yesterday. Another example, she became queen when her father died because she was the eldest child.